Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy, Bosco.
It's your boy. It's me. It's your team. Undisputed half of the Tag Team YouTube champions. That's right. It's the Maverick Mark Daniels, and we have a special guest today.
Special guest today. We have Death Metal
Dorothy.
What's up, Dorothy?
Hey.
How's it going? And today, I don't even know what we're talking about. That is all.
We're just kind of talking about whatever. Right now, let's go ahead and talk about the big news that happened about 16 hours ago. Maybe even a little bit longer than that. So, they finally signed a deal between Sony and Marvel to allow Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You've heard about that? Are you excited?
I don't know.
This means Spider-Man can be in the Avenger movies. Now, I'm excited for that. What about you, Boskov?
Oh, God.
That's why I said Boskov.
There's so much that's wrong with this. I don't know. Like, Marvel's already been on edge for me. You already know since our last podcast.
First podcast.
But I don't know. I guess it's a good thing because this is what people's been asking for. Because now, because of this, there is no more separation between the universes. Because I think that's really the only problem is that not at Sony. I guess it's still a big problem because X-Men, which fucking sucks because you had to make in the Avengers that's coming up. You got two different characters playing Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and in Days of Future Past, you had two different people playing.
It's very confusing for people. I think
it is confusing for people. It's like y'all need to get off your goddamn high horse.
Yeah.
Share you think. Like, I'm coming from a business perspective. If I'm a power-hungry, greedy person that's looking for money, my first thing would be like, who can I get in with? That way I can make my investment, plant my seed there, and have money coming from not only my side, but from all these different branches, from fucking merchandising and all this other shit. That way more money's coming from me. These people are so prideful, like,
oh, I own Spider-Man, that's mine, thank you very much, and you get no part of that.
No part of
and it's like, y'all waited, I don't know how fucking long to finally...
Been like, when was the first Spider-Man come out? Like, probably in like what?
Dude, I was still in middle school.
Yeah, like I would have been like 11 or 12, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Like I was not even a teenager yet. I'm a grown-ass man now.
Grown-ass man.
And Spider-Man's finally coming to the Marvel movies. It's about time.
It's about time.
Now, they had to push back a few movies because of that. Because they want, I guess, Spider-Man to play like some sort of like small roles or like just show up in something.
Yeah, so he can finally fucking be in New York. Like the one thing that pissed me off about the first Avengers movie is they were like, hey, the main goddamn battle is in New York. All these aliens is flying down. Now, if I'm Spider-Man, we obviously all know Spider-Man he's a good superhero, but he ain't the fucking greatest. He got his web slinging shit, which always proves fucking like it can't do shit when it comes to all these villains. And then he's got super strength and he can climb up the walls and he's flexible. He has agility and all this other stuff. So he ain't a great superhero. But if fucking Hawkeye can do something, Spider-Man can get his lazy. So either this nigga was scared or this motherfucker was in Hawaii on vacation. His alarm didn't go off that day. Something didn't happen to where this nigga wasn't in New York. Like, we didn't even see Aunt May or none of the motherfuckers. So
maybe he ended up going to Europe anyways without that one bitch.
Oh God, Emma.
Yeah, Emma.
Oh, they pissed me off with that. I don't even want to talk about that.
Really? No, I want to talk about it.
The one time Spider-Man gets the thing that pissed me off about the first, because I love Spider-Man. That's like, I think that's, besides Wolverine, that's like one of my favorite superheroes.
I think that's for a lot of people.
And so, the movies, I like the original. I don't know why. I guess they felt like they needed to do a reboot or whatever. I guess this is a different brand of Spider-Man because it's like Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, all that other stuff. So like, I liked that version of Spider-Man, and I liked who was the guy that played him?
Yeah, that one faggot.
Tobey Maguire. Yes,
thank you.
I like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, what pissed me off so bad is that the one girl that he wanted was such a fucking bitch to him. Like, it was so bad.
And she
like,
was slutting around.
And she was slutting around. She was like, "Oh, I want you, Peter. I don't want you, Peter." I was waiting for her
to have sex with the rhino.
Oh, God.
That's just what I was waiting
Like,
for.
I was so mad. And then the one time he gets her, it's fucking shattered. Fucking shattered. It's like...
And it shattered their friendship, too, which I think
it really did.
A crucial part of the movie. But, I don't know, like... And a lot of people hated the third movie. I actually really liked the third movie.
Was that the one with Venom?
Well, yeah, which was lackluster.
I never watched that. I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
I actually liked it.
I thought it looked stupid.
Well, part of it was stupid. The part I liked is when he started becoming kind of evil and started treating Mary Jane like a bitch.
She deserved every ounce
he
of
became, for
hatred
me,
he gave
he's a
her.
wrestling term. He turned babyface that night for me.
Oh,
he became
God.
a good guy because I'm like, yeah, you finally put that bitch in her place.
He finally grew some goddamn spider balls.
Right?
He finally grew a spider sack, which is what he needed because, like, everybody just Peter Parker. Well, that version of Peter Parker was a fucking pushover. I guess all the version of Peter Parkers are originally pushovers, but it's like that particular version, the Tobey Maguire version, was such a pushover, and I felt so bad because it's like he's a generally nice guy, and even Mary Jane, she knows. That was the thing about her too. She knew this nigga. He liked her. He had so much feelings for her.
Just like most women, just dragging him on the leash. She's like, "Come on, boy."
She used that for against Peter, and it's like, oh my god. Even the part that really pissed me off is that I think it was when she was marrying that astronaut or whatever, and she did the whole spider. Can I just see something real quick? And she did the whole spider kiss with him or whatever. I'm like, now you know what you're doing. Oh, yeah. Now you still with them because you know what you're doing with your bullshit. I was like, you know what?
Setting off them spidey senses.
You know what? And then in the new ones, it's like the one girl that Peter Parker, whatever version it is, any Peter Parker gets a girl. Have you seen the movie?
Mm.
Danger.
She's fucking dead. Yeah. She's fucking dead. Like that blew me. I knew it was coming because I knew about the comics, and then they fucking teased it on Twitter. The directors of the movie, they was like, "Oh, I wonder what this about." And Emma's fucking hanging on the goddamn spider web. Like that's the most fucked up way to die. That's the most fucked up way to die.
And I watched that movie in 3D too. So.
Oh goddamn.
I was scared. The intro scared me.
It was very intense.
They were slinging through buildings and it freaked me out.
It freaked me out. It was very sad because I was happy for Peter. He finally found someone. They was ready to move to England, which one I don't know how it was gonna work.
I already knew. See, at that moment right there, he's like, "Yeah, we'll go to Europe." I'm like, "Nah, nigga, you ain't going to Europe."
What Spider-Man gonna do in England? You belong in New York.
He's drinking tea over
there.
there.
British version of
Do they?
They have all kinds of versions. They got a black Spider-Man. They got a Mexican Spider-Man, which is actually gay.
They have Spidey Universe or Spider-Man Universe.
Yeah.
They always make the Mexican a gay.
Where they've got like all kinds of Spider-Man.
You guys ever seen The Office?
Yeah.
Mexican guy. He's a homosexual in that shit too.
Oscar?
Yeah, Oscar.
I love The Office. It's funny. But Marvel's been fucking up.
Dude, I don't know. I'm excited because I want to see some crossover stuff because the Avengers have been great so far. I've enjoyed it quite a bit, and the thing they've been liking the most, I think, was Spider-Man star power as well as Wolverine, which eventually it's gonna happen. You know, we'll get Wolverine, whether it'll be Hugh Jackman or not. It better be.
It better be. I'm letting Marvel know. As a matter of fact, I'm letting everybody know, myself know. If I see an X-Men movie without Hugh Jackman, I will not watch it. I don't care. That's how I felt about Tobey Maguire, but I actually liked the British guy that played in the Amazing Spider-Man. He was good. I
actually like these Spider-Mans better.
And so if I see Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. He's like one of those, and see, that's the thing about Hugh Jackman. He's such a good actor that he can play other roles and not just be character. He's
not just Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's hard for anyone to come out of that, really.
Oh yeah, but that's I don't know. It depends on what kind of actor you are. Like if you don't get stereotyped in. I was just talking to my lady about this the other night. It was we were talking about Harry Potter, and I was like, it'd be cool if you were any of those people, even from the extras. Remember, like in all the Harry Potter movies, there's that one black guy that's there, the one extra that's there throughout the whole fucking series. Like it's awesome, and it'd be cool if you could be a part of that because you would not only one be forever known as being a part of one of the greatest movie series of all time, but like all those actors and actresses, they do other things. Like Daniel Radcliffe does other things. He's not just Harry Potter. When I see him act, he's not just Harry, except in Woman in Black. When I seen Woman in Black, I was like, it's Harry Potter just being it because I didn't really like Woman in Black. I fell asleep in the theaters. Did you see that movie?
I've never seen that, but every time I see Daniel Radcliffe, I think of Harry Potter.
I
can't
too.
think of anything.
However, he was on SNL and he killed it.
Oh my goodness, when he did the rap, that shocked me. I was like, what the fuck?
That one was on the Jimmy Fallon show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good, man. Apparently he's a huge rap fan, which is kind of odd. You know, you don't picture. I don't know what I would picture as kind of musical taste, but I picture him like a Mozart guy.
Just because of his looks.
Because he's English.
Just exclusively the Harry Potter soundtrack. That's all it is.
Well, they had a skit on SNL where it was like Harry was like 30 years in the future, and like he's Harry Potter, and he's like, oh, I'm the one that beat whatever, and they're like, you're still on about that? That's so fucking sad, dude. Because like you're like 35 plus, just go do something else in your life, man.
It's crazy, but I like that series, and that's the thing about actors. And what I was telling my lady is that it sucks for some actors because, for instance, the biggest one, Jaleel White, Steve Urkel.
Oh yeah.
The thing that sucks about him is he's always gonna be Steve Urkel, no matter what the fuck he plays. I've seen and he's only been in like
a handful of movies, really.
Honestly, like indie movies or like B-type movies, and they all sucked. They all sucked. Yeah. But the thing that sucks is that you can't. You look at those movies and you're like, oh, that's Jaleel White. That's Steve Urkel, because like the role he played is like. The show, I don't think Steve Urkel was supposed to be a thing in Family Matters, but that show delved with such like deep topics. It's like we have to have a comedic relief.
You have to.
Like for Fresh Prince, Carlton was that comedic relief, and he will forever known as Carlton. Like it's a great thing because you got a big ass fan following, but it sucks at the same time because you will never get another role because people like. I could, if I was Carlton or Jaleel White, I can never go up to an X-Men movie and actually expect to be a character unless it was a comedic character, because
just a cameo.
You're just a cameo, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's like we were watching Jason David Frank the other day. Like he's still he's the Green Ranger. He lives it up, man.
Will forever be the Green Ranger.
Yeah. Which is crazy because he's doing it right though, man. He's like, I'm the Green Ranger.
He's embracing that. That's what I like about him. Most people are like, oh. Because I guess that is what happened. Most people is like, well, I want to live beyond Steve Urkel. I want to live beyond Carlton. And they don't embrace. Jason David Frank, he is embracing the shit out of the role. He's been in like, what, 8 Power Rangers series. It's either cameos or as the extras. He's in a Power Rangers series right now. Yeah. They're doing a movie reboot where he is in the movie. Yeah. He has that web series that's going on about the Green Ranger, which is fucking great. He's been in a Superhero Beatdown. The White Ranger versus Scorpion, which is fucking awesome. Sick, It is amazing.
Have
you seen that?
No, I haven't even heard of that.
Superhero Beatdown. It's like this. It's this awesome internet series, which started as like this.
They're
indie...
not funding us, by the way. Which, if you want to sponsor us,
if you want to sponsor us, go ahead.
Yeah, PayPal.
But it's this awesome internet series where it's like they pit all of these like comic book, video game, and cartoon characters.
It's like a fantasy match.
Yeah, it's a fantasy match, pretty much. And what they do is they're like, on their site, they're like, okay, for instance, they had Wolverine from X-Men, and then they had the Predator from the Predator series. Yeah. And they was like, and on their site, they'll be like, vote for which character you'd like to see win. Of course, Wolverine won, but it was still an epic match. And sometimes the thing will be so close where like they'll do alternate endings. Like for the White Ranger versus Power Ranger, there was 2 endings for that because people love fucking Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and people love the White Ranger.
It's hard to choose one.
That is hard to choose. Because I grew up, I remember, side note, so when I was little, I was in love with the motherfucking Power Rangers.
Dude, me too.
It's so great.
I watched it with my little brother. That shit was awesome.
Exactly. And so I was in love with the Power Rangers at the time. And so my mom knew that I was in love with the Power Rangers. So what she did, without telling me, she had somebody, like the people that still do it, like they dress up in the costume. Yeah. She had somebody dress up as the White Ranger, full costume, helmet, everything, and come to my birthday party. I didn't know this shit. I'm like 3 years old at the time, and so the doorbell raised, and my mom, she already knew who it was. She's like, go answer the door. She was like, go answer the door. I was like, oh, okay, I'll go answer the door. fucking White Ranger comes. But my dumb ass, I didn't say, oh shit, it's the White Ranger. I fucking screamed at the top of my lungs, ran to the back room, and hid under the fucking covers because I was that fucking scared. And then he comes back with the helmet. He's like,
What does he say? Come on, Loki, come here.
I'm like,
No! Get away!
like, oh, I was traumatized.
You must have done something really bad. You thought the Power Rangers was about to beat your
I
ass.
thought they was about to beat my ass or some shit. I don't know. I guess I did used to play as the monsters sometimes when I was.
Oh, you were the bad guy?
I was the bad guy. I love being. I don't
That's
know
why
why.
I
Whenever I
like
play with my
My
little brothers.
favorites in like cartoons are always the bad guys.
Same.
Me too. I love bad guys. My favorite bad guys in
Go,
cartoons. I think I have a top 5 or either top 5 or top 10. My favorites right now are Broly from Dragon Ball Z, Frieza,
fantastic.
of course.
Of course. He does taxes now.
Yeah, he does do taxes now. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. I love Sephiroth. Who else? Jesus, I always forget, and I'm gonna remember later. There's
Akuma
more.
Probably. I know you're a huge
Who?
fan. Akuma.
Akuma? Yeah. Yes, Akuma from Street Fighter. The most badass villain like ever. And then there's one more. There's one
I'm a big
fucking
Shadow
more.
fan too from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shadow's more of an anti. Like he's like more of an anti-hero.
He is an anti-hero, but
who else did I like? Sigma from Mega Man X.
Oh yeah, Sigma's great.
It's like those characters. It's like the thing I like in a villain is that they are so bad at. Like for instance, Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Motherfucker's so badass. Fucking gods and alien beings are hearing about this nigga across the universe. The god of destruction, he didn't want to fuck with this nigga. He was like, oh no, that's Frieza. You stay the fuck away. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. All you gotta see is this nigga's long 87-foot sword.
Truthfully though, compensated for something.
That is compensated for something. That's saying something. You got that big of a sword, you know what I'm saying? I don't know Sephiroth. But he's still a badass villain. There's some. What other villains do I like? Name some series off.
Shit, man. Yeah, thank you for a minute. Well, what about Mortal Kombat? Who's your favorite?
My favorite. Scorpion's not. I recently found this out. I didn't know this. Scorpion's not actually a villain. He's more of an anti-hero himself.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just naming like some game series that I know you play a lot of.
In Mortal Kombat, I guess my favorite character or favorite villain. You know what? I didn't have a favorite villain in Mortal Kombat.
It's really hard because they don't really have like. I mean, besides like.
They got Shang Tsung. They got Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn's kind of boring. I don't know.
All of the villains, honestly.
Right.
But in the new one, the villains look awesome. They look pretty awesome. I love Mortal Kombat. That's like I'm like a gory, scary type of guy, gritty type of guy. That's my type of shit.
He also likes those kind of games.
I do. That's my type of shit.
What about Naruto? Who's your favorite villain?
Oh my god, fucking Itachi.
See, Itachi.
Now I know he's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
But with all the shit he did, this nigga killed his whole village. He's my type of guy.
Parents.
And I don't like, and the reason I like Itachi is not because he's just a bad guy, because the reason why he did the shit. You come to find out in the very end that he was doing this shit not only to save his little brother. That's a bold ass big brother, but to save his fucking village. So this nigga took on the credibility of a villain just to save everybody. That's badass. And then kept it on the wrap. Nobody knew except for the fucking village leaders and what is it? Madara and Toby. Yeah. So Itachi, that's
probably. I mean, I assume obviously the elders will know. Like, what's that guy's name? They got all the Sharingans on his arm. What's that motherfucker's name?
Oh, Danzo.
Danzo probably knew, and so did the third Hokage.
Yeah, they knew because they were a part of it.
But they were sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, I love
Secrets out.
I love that series. Shit, I'm trying to think of any more villains that I like. I'm not a bad guy, but I like villains in stories.
I'm a big Chris Brown.
They intrigue me. I like Pain from Naruto.
Pain was pretty cool.
He was pretty cool.
Yeah. I like Kisame. I think just because he looks cool.
Yeah, he does look cool. He's
a fucking shark.
He's a fucking shark. A living shark.
It's a living shark with a badass sword, I might add.
I
always like Zabuza too, though.
Zabuza was badass. Cool. He was badass.
I don't know. See, I always liked Neji, but he wasn't really like an anti-hero. He kind of was at the beginning, but then he just became one of the crew.
Yeah, then he became one of the niggas, one of the regular niggas.
So he's basically like, those kind of kids I like. Like I love Vegeta.
You like the
The good guys with the good heart.
The conflicting characters. I call them the conflicting characters. The characters that
in-betweeners, yeah.
The characters that start off as a bad guy, or the only reason, because when you pay attention to all those characters, they only started off as a bad guy because of an affecting force. Like Vegeta was only a bad guy because Frieza, he had no choice. It was either kill people for me or I kill you. Yeah. And then Knuckles, it was like fuck with Sonic or I destroy the Master Emerald. And then who else did you say? Like
the Green Ranger's one too because he was like
he was
mind control.
Yeah, he was being mind control. He was.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of other ones. Like Sasuke's one of them too. I mean. Neji was one of the ones I talked about earlier too, but I like those kind of guys. That's always been my cup of tea. I always liked the guys that were kind of like Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the same way for me too. Like I liked Kaiba a lot too.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm an older brother. That kind of probably plays a part of it too. Same with Itachi, but it's also like he's a bad guy, but with a good heart.
Who's your favorite villain, Dorothy?
From like a video game or
from anything. It doesn't matter.
Video games,
anime. I have to think about it for a minute.
I know. It's so hard because it's like I know I had a top. I swear I had a top 10.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really think about it too much, but I like villains most of the time over like the good guys. Mm-hmm. That's why when I play a game and I get to choose one or the other, I always go bad usually. Unless like to me, it's like more of a challenge to be a good guy. It is. Like if you ever played Fable, like I was always a bad guy in Fable. You played Fable, right?
I don't think I played Fable.
What? I played Fable 3.
I don't think I've played Fable.
Fable 3 is nowhere near as good as the first. First one's great.
I do know what you mean though. It's like that in Skyrim. Because in Skyrim, you can choose like whether you want to be a good guy or a bad guy. It is always a challenge to be a good guy.
Shit. I just can't help myself.
It's like
the mace is right in front of me. Why would I?
Easy.
It's like either
I just want to make gold.
Go through all this bullshit to save everybody, or just fucking kill them all, and then don't have to deal with it.
Hashtag YOLO. Man.
Hashtag fucking YOLO. Hashtag fucking YOLO.
Well, shit, man. Did you hear about the Humble Bubble? The Humble Bundle?
The Humble?
You know what a Humble Bundle is, right?
A Humble Bundle?
Yeah. If you go on the humblebundle.com, it's a charity thing they do every year. It's like video game related. Mm-hmm. And what they do is you can get like a few games for free. It's like name your price, so you pay a cent and you get a few games. Or if you pay like a minimum amount, which this year's $12, you get like 9 games for your Steam account. And this year it's a Star Wars thing. So we were talking about the other day, I was talking about Battlefront 2, Force Unleashed. They have all of those. And you get them all for $12 if you go. And it's for a good cause. You can decide how your money goes. If you want to go like, say, 11 of it to charity and like $1 to their foundation. So it's pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome. I wish I had an actual PC that could play Steam, but that's
true. But I mean, you can buy it now. Then when you do get a PC, you can just download them later. Just
I know.
Your Steam account.
That will be that's pretty awesome.
But like the games, I mean, it's just a bunch of Star Wars games. I mean, ones you can expect like Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, Force Unleashed 1 and 2, a bunch of other stuff.
I love the Force Unleashed. I don't care what you guys say. I love Star Wars.
What you guys think.
The Force Unleashed is a great fucking series. I liked it because one, nobody has ever done shit like that. They turned, like, I'm not gonna lie, Star Wars back in the day. Now, like, I like episode 1 through 3 and like the Clone Wars and shit like that.
That shit's good.
The ones back in the day, I don't see how. I'm being real honest. Y'all can fuck the fanboys. I'm being real honest. I don't see how people liked it. I really don't. And man, I see, okay, I'll say this. I'll see how people liked it because of it's such an innovative thing. Yeah. There's so many like different worlds, different languages, and that shit is pretty much like Harry Potter. There's this new world open up to people. I can see that aspect because I like innovative shit like that. I aspire to do something like that.
We're doing it right now. So.
We're doing that right now. But as far as like the action and shit, I thought the action was kind of clunky. But maybe that's because I'm used to stuff right now.
I can relate to that. Like I don't like the Beatles. I don't hate the
God,
Beatles.
you pissing a lot of people off right now.
Oh, me?
You pissing a lot of people off.
You said you hate the original Star
You pissing a lot of people off right now. Ooh, shit! God damn, I can see the hate.
I'm kidding. Like, I can see why people think they're good. I just can't get into them. Not my cup of tea.
I've never attempted to get into the Beatles.
I listened to like 2 of them.
I don't hate them.
I don't hate them.
I like some of the music. I like a few
it.
songs, but I'm not there's a lot of people that's like the Beatles started everything for everybody. Best band in the world.
Ever.
I'm like, there's some bands out right now that top the Beatles.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Metallica, fucking awesome.
I would say they're probably the best band I know, but they're not my favorite
What's your
band.
favorite album?
From Metallica?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Black Album is probably the best. I mean, that's what everyone says. I like the Black Album.
I just like their self-titled album.
I like
Saint Anger.
What is it? Injustice for All. That's my favorite one.
Injustice
it
for All
has
is
one of
good.
my favorite songs on it.
Which one's that?
One. I love that song.
It is number
It's a
one.
good song.
It's a great song.
I love that song.
Obviously, my favorite band is Avenged Sevenfold. That's the band I love.
That's your favorite band?
I had to
Absolutely.
give up on them after City of Evil.
A lot of people say that.
You don't like them anymore?
I liked their self-titled album after
The White
that,
Album, it's great.
but
That was my favorite album. Was the White
It
Album.
was okay. I don't know.
City of Evil was my second favorite.
I really like Darkness Falls, or what is it?
Darkness Falls.
Is that
Yeah,
what
that's
it's
not the name of
called?
the album. That's the song. Yeah. It's a
No,
good
I'm
song.
thinking of like the album.
There's Symphonies of the Seven Trumpets, and then there's oh shoot, what was the other one? Wake in the Fallen.
Wake in the Fallen. That's
That
what I
one's
was
a good
trying to
album,
think of.
too.
That's my favorite.
I love those too. Like the newer albums are good, but it's a totally different sound. I
It's more
love
commercial. Like,
it is, but
kind of makes
you
me
know.
want to throw up.
Really?
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs that they do now is Shepherd of Fire. I like
one's
that
good.
song.
It's a good song.
I like that
I don't know
song.
if I've heard it.
You haven't heard.
It's from their newest album. The newest album is
Shepherd
like a
of Fire?
Is
throwback.
it the one that sounds exactly like one of Metallica's songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Well, here's the
Okay.
thing. Like this whole album is like a throwback to like old school music. Like you can hear,
I guess.
like you hear some of the songs like, oh, that's
It's
total Guns N' Roses.
it's a nodule to old.
Yeah, you
It's
don't
a
hear that
hip-hop.
kind of. Well, not really. It's just to me, it's paying homage to them. But it's also like something you don't hear a lot of anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I can't
It's
really say
unique.
that. I can't honestly say that because I haven't listened to the rest of the album.
That's fine. I mean, I'll
That's not
I'll
really
hook you up
fair.
someday.
So you said your favorite band is Avenged Sevenfold.
Has been for years, man. Now, here's the thing, though. Like, I have a top five. I'll tell you guys my top five. This is my top five. My top five is a little different than probably most, but it's just the music that I listen to all the time. My favorite's Avenged Sevenfold. Second, which has changed fairly recently because my second used to be Atreyu. I love Atreyu.
Pretty good.
My second is Black Veil Brides. Love the Black Veil Brides. And I know there's a lot of people that hate the Black Veil Brides because Andy Biersack, the ladies go crazy for them. I don't care. They make great fucking music. And I'm telling you guys right now, they're going to be one of the next huge bands. And I'll tell you why. Their new album right now is making charts. They're finally on the radio with a lot of their music. They're going to make
They're on
it.
the radio?
They're on the radio now, yeah.
What?
So they're going to be hitting Avenged Sevenfold peak. Now, I'm not the kind of person that hates people, like bands, once they get big. I'm excited when they get big because that means
Yeah.
more money
I'm
for them,
surprised.
more concerts. I'm surprised too because I've loved them since their first album. But they're my number two just because Atreyu hasn't made any. Like, I know they're trying to make another album soon, hopefully. Because I love Atreyu, so they're my number three. Number four is Asking Alexander, which Danny just left the band. So that fucking
Oh
sucks.
yeah, I heard about that. He left the band to go for another one. He
know.
said that his heart wasn't in it.
And I understand, like, if you hear the last album, it's a lot different than the first two albums. But
At
you know
least he
what?
was honest,
It was
though.
good. Yeah, that's
At least he was honest.
We'll see. I'm not the kind of person who's gonna be like, oh no, they're getting a new singer. I want to hate like 3 Days Grace. I mean, give him a chance, for God's sake. I'll give him a chance. And then Escape the Fate's probably number 5 for me. And then I got like a top 20, but those are probably the top 5 for me. I love those bands.
Top
And
5.
I've met Escape the Fate, great people. And that was
Before you went
post
to jail?
post Ronnie. This is with Craig.
Oh, I see.
I like Falling in Reverse a lot though too. A lot of people hate.
I like
Word
Escape
Go.
the Fate better than I like it.
I do. Well, I do too. I mean, obviously it's in my
Yeah.
Falling's on my top 5, top 10.
Do you have a top 5?
Yeah, what's your
A
top 5?
what? Sorry. I'm
Top 5
Bands.
favorite band.
That's what we're talking
Any bands out there?
Yeah. Circus Survive is probably my number one. I don't know if you guys really know
I know.
much of
I
it.
don't think I haven't heard of them.
Alice in Chains.
Of course, classic.
Classic.
Seen them live.
Lucky dog, you.
Not with all the band members alive. Like I seen Guns N' Roses live, but not with Slash. Like I seen it with Action, I seen Slash live separate.
I don't know. It's really hard to choose. I've got to look through my music playlist.
It's alright.
I have to do that too.
Yeah. Well, see, I just know because people ask me all the time because I'm a huge music guy, you know. And
I love music.
I do too,
I don't
man.
have
I just
many
love music.
people ask me that anymore.
Really? We're asking you right now.
We're asking you
I know,
right
and I
now.
forgot.
You're fine. Go for it. You can take your time. I mean, we'll just
I think my top 5 bands of all time.
of all time.
Let's see. And this is just applying to music. This is just music, period.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Number 5 is Outkast. Now,
Okay.
if y'all don't know who
Great.
Outkast is, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Outkast is. But they're a rap group, and the reason I love them is because they don't spit. They don't. There's not been one record where they like was just like
Ass this, cheeks that. Ass this, cheeks that.
and like. Okay, that type of music, I'm not dogging people for what they like. That type of music is good in the club. But like when I'm chilling in my car and I'm making deliveries or whatever, I don't want to just hear it. Like I want to be in chill mode. If I'm having a stressful day, I want to hear some uplifting shit. So I'm gonna pop some Outkast because every fucking CD they had has been literally song after song from beginning to end. It's just classics, and they're actually talking about shit that actually matters. Like shit, because most artists, things that most artists in studios don't think about is that people nowadays, any day, especially like back then, especially now, people want to listen to something that they can fucking relate to, or at least listen to something to get their mind off of the bullshit.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't relate to.
I can't relate to like
doing drugs, making
ass
money.
and titties. Exactly.
I mean, I can.
I can't relate to that, especially like now that I'm engaged. And like it's like they're talking, I'm about to get plastered, I'm about to get throwed, I'm about to get some like I can't relate to that. What I want to relate to is my nigga, I'm going through a hard time, like I'm struggling with bill. Like it's uplifting as shit. Like seriously, it's uplifting as shit to hear another group saying I'm struggling just like y'all struggling.
Yeah.
Just because I'm making music don't mean shit. Like I got bills to pay for, I got baby mama to worry about, I got like kids to feed. Like that's uplifting. That makes me feel like okay, my life ain't as bad because you going through some shit too. That makes me feel good. That means we can ride through this together while I'm listening to some dope ass music. Right. So I like Outkast. Next band, Rage Against the Fucking Machine.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, I love that band. Every fucking album. Like if there's a time we've ever needed Rage Against the Machine, it's right now. Jeez. Like if y'all never listened to them, do yourselves a goddamn favor. Go listen to Rage Against the Machine. You will be enlightened.
What's a couple songs they can listen to? They
can listen to it. They can listen to
Bulls on
Parade. They can listen to Wake Up. That's one of my favorite. Testify. Renegades of Funk is a good one. I love that one. I love that song. What's another one? Shit.
There's so many good ones.
There's so many good ones. I love that band. I love it. No, don't get me wrong. There's, like I said, there's times for booty bumping music and everything, but I like music with substance. Yeah. I love it. Rage Against the Machine.
I'm just not into booty bumping music, man. I'm just not.
I used to be in like middle school.
Not even when you're just like, fuck it, I just want to have a good night.
Yeah, when it's just
music, like I'm not gonna sit there and listen to like Drake with auto-tune. That shit's, I hate that shit. You know what I mean?
Like Drake?
Not necessarily Drake.
I can't lie, I'm a little bit of a sucker for Drake.
But I mean, not like him specifically, but say like Lil Wayne's another one where he's like, got his robotic, I'm Lil Wayne, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then fucking, and Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Have you seen the parody video?
Yes, I have. I died. I fucking died. Who else? So as I said, Outkast, Rage Against the Machine, Korn. I love Korn's Korn. Good. Believe it or not, Korn has got me through. I grew up on them, and they've got me through some tough shit. Yeah. Like once again, another band that's like I'm struggling. Like that's what I love hearing, because it's like with artists now, at least nowadays, because I wasn't born back then, but at least nowadays, everybody puts on this front like, it's the good fucking life, I'm partying every night. My nigga, I ain't doing that. I'm working at a low-income job where the higher-ups don't give a shit about me. Like, what you going through that I'm going through right now? Korn, like, they done went through some heavier shit than I went through, but still, it's like another one of those things where it's like, I'm struggling just like
they don't ignore real life.
Yeah, I'm going through issues, like I'm dealing with this and this and that, whether it be addiction, whether it be struggles at home, whether it be what the fuck ever. Korn has got me through a lot of shit. I love their music. It's fucking innovative. It is beautiful. It makes me tingle with goddamn joy. This is another band I like.
No, Korn is just like a really. They have that certain sound where
it
satisfies you when you're in that horrible, like, certain kind of mood.
For me,
thank you.
It's not bad.
When I'm in a band, when I used to be in high school, because I'm never ever like upset. Yeah. When I was like depressed, I would listen to Lady Gaga. I would listen. No, just hear me out, because see, I always listen to dark music, right? So
me too.
When I need to change the pace, like I need to change something, right? So if I listen to more angry music, exactly. carry my Listen, I'm telling you, you listen to some beat, you know, it's good stuff. It makes you smile. I think that's just me. Now, do I do that? You know, to this day, not really. I still like Lady Gaga though. Mm-hmm. But it used to be like Lady Gaga, Kesha, Adam Lambert.
Guilty pleasure kind of thing.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
That's one of them too.
It is. Sure. Okay, so I said 3 bands. Number 4. Shit. I'm trying to think. You know what? I like Pantera. I'm a sucker for awesome. Pantera. Yeah. My favorite song is Tens. Not only because that's a great goddamn song, but because that was like back when Dragon Ball Z, which is one of my favorite animes of all time, back when they were transferring their music or transferring the anime movies at least over from Japan over to America, they had a lot of troubles with the sound, which is why the sound is different. Like as far as the soundtrack is different in the anime and the movies. Like in the anime, they had a different composer, which the music is fucking great. Anyway, I bought all the soundtracks, and in the movies, they had troubles with doing that. So instead of playing their music, they had like actual bands like Korn, Metallica, like all these bands play as like over the soundtracks as they're like doing a little fight scene. And one of my favorite movies, which had Broly in it, Tens was playing in the background as this motherfucker was transforming. So I was like, great song plus a great fight scene. I'm a fucking sucker. And then I just got into the music ever since. And then my number 1 favorite band of all time, like out of all music genre, is the fucking Gorillaz. Fucking Gorillaz. If you guys do not know, please educate yourself. The Gorillaz, like Damon Albarn, you are a fucking genius. You make my heart shine. Like his music is so goddamn innovative. Who else was like, let me just take music and throw music on there? Like he wasn't like, I want to do rock, or I want to do rap, or I want to do electric. He was like, I want to do all of that shit. Yeah. And he makes it sound good from every album.
And it's really like, it's so soft too. So
it is.
Really, makes
like
you really
every
relaxed.
song has like such a beautiful beat.
It does. I love it. I love a lot of people. There's some people out there that are Gorillaz fans that's like, oh, I don't like this album, I don't like that album. But I haven't had a Gorillaz album that I haven't liked.
Well, yeah, I haven't listened to all. You know, I haven't listened to all of them admittedly.
I have them all.
I've listened to maybe 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say
a little bit to work on.
Yeah, they're awesome. I like them.
They're good though.
The Plastic Beach, which was unfortunately their last one. They talked about working on more, but I guess there's conflicts with like.
Isn't it just one dude?
It's Damon Albarn, and then it's his editor, because like he does music videos, and then like I remember he did like his DVD kind of like cartoon thingy, like the origins of the Gorillaz basically. Yeah. And so I guess he ran into some problems with his editor about how they wanted to portray the Gorillaz, and so they're both kind of on a hiatus. But recently they did a musical, which I need to watch. It's supposed to be good. Yeah, like he made a musical. I need to watch it, and it's supposed to be like, it has that Gorillaz type feel. Yeah. I love Damon Albarn as a composer. Like he is so musically talented, and like just throwing the cartoons on there is something different. Nobody's done that before. It's like it's
like the
awesome.
whole image of the band is the cartoons.
It's the cartoons. Like it's awesome. And even in the concerts sometimes, of course, like the real people go play, but they have like the cartoons playing in the back too. Like I love the Gorillaz. Some of my favorite songs, I love Man Research. I love Clint Eastwood. I love Dare. That's a great fucking song.
My favorite is Gravity, soundtrack Gravity.
I love that one. What is it? It's that one. El Mañana. I love that song. Just like whenever, like how you talked about when you were in bad moods and you were listening to Lady Gaga. Like I like listening to like dark type music. I don't know, like the dark sounding music. I like it. And so like whenever I was in a bad mood, I would listen to El Mañana, because that song would just soothe my soul. Like the way he sings on the track, the way he plays the vocals, it's pretty much I had like a fucking musical boner for that goddamn band. Like I love it. And then Plastic Beach, people didn't like that, but I love Plastic Beach. I love all the albums. And then even he did an album where he was on tour, and he made like on his little iPad, he made a whole album. Like every city he went to, that was what that song was about. Like based off of that city that he went to. He's a fucking musical genius.
Yeah, no shit, dude. He's good.
I love it. I love music.
Can I interrupt, because I finally decided...
Yeah, go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, I decided which evil villain is my favorite. Have you guys ever seen The Black Cauldron?
The Black Cauldron. I don't think I have.
I don't think I have either.
The Horned King from the Black Cauldron is probably the scariest thing I ever saw when I was.
You have a picture?
Up. Yeah. I already looked it up because I couldn't remember his name, but I can't believe. I wish you guys would watch it because it is the creepiest thing ever.
I think I've seen that guy before.
It's like a DreamWorks cartoon or one of those. It's not Disney, but it's one
of
those
it's like because my dad, my
shows.
stepdad at least was into that type of stuff. So
that is a really good movie if you guys have never seen it.
We should do that.
Maybe we should do that for a movie night. See, because one thing that we're trying to do on our channel is we're trying to do like movie reviews and stuff, or like our reactions to watching movies.
Yeah.
So one thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be watching.
Don't.
And I just ordered on Amazon.
Don't say it, bro. Don't.
Tattooed Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
What the fuck is that?
It's like it's from 1994, I believe.
Do not succumb yourself.
I would like
to
to watch it.
Oh my god! Hey, no.
It's supposed to be here.
Bad movies are my favorite.
I love them too, but it's so
a TV series.
It's a TV
show.
series.
It's supposed to be. It was supposed to be like Power Rangers.
Yeah,
but it's so.
Because you know how like back in the day, it's called Tattooed
Alien Fighters.
No, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. And you know like how like back in the day when Power Rangers like hit the roof, everybody tried to capitalize off. So they had like Beetleborgs and like all these basically Power Rangers spinoffs, and that was one. And the guy, it was like 40 episodes in one season, and.
Just to give you an idea how good the series is.
Oh my! Don't say it. I already know what you're gonna say.
Guess how much I paid for it?
Oh my god! For a whole season.
For a whole series. Not just season. A whole fucking series.
The whole series.
I don't want to guess. I just want to know.
$6.
Nice.
Like,
and it's supposed to be here by next.
You can't even buy like some shit like True Blood or The Walking Dead.
You can barely buy
first season under $30.
You can't even buy a bag of candy at Walmart. That much money.
That's how you know. Oh god! But I love bad movies too. My favorite so far is Rubber. Have you seen Rubber?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god!
That is just like, oh my god, it's like the weirdest shit. I just can't. Oh my god.
That movie. Have you haven't seen that?
No, remember we're supposed to watch this.
It was been on Netflix. I don't know if it's
still
on
there.
It was on Netflix. That's where I
seen it. Is it still there?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Just watch it. Just watch it. Just watch it.
I'm trying to do it for the channel.
We'll watch it for the channel.
Okay.
We'll watch it for the channel.
I'm responsible. I
like Rubber. I like Sharknado. When I've
never seen Sharknado yet.
Y'all are missing the fuck out. Like, if there are any ridiculous movies, my top 5 ridiculous movies that are my favorite is Rubber, Sharknado, Birdemic, what is it, Human Centipede, and Strippers vs. Zombies.
I've seen
Zombies vs. Strippers, yes.
Yeah.
I've seen Human Centipede.
Great goddamn movie.
That's a good one.
Oh, jeez.
That's a
so many rotten boobs, dude.
So many. It was so good. Like, there are those movies that are so bad that's so good. I love it.
It's good, man. I mean, I've seen the Human Centipede. That one's just kind of weird.
I've never seen it, and I don't ever. I think I will try to avoid it.
To ease, kind of like.
I've got a good idea.
It doesn't really show anything. It doesn't. But it implies. It's like one of those movies.
That's not even worth it then.
It was okay. It's the thought of it. Now, the Human Centipede 2, which I really am avoiding because apparently it shows everything. But the first one, I guess, just was like an experimental B movie. So it's like because like you hear about the part where it's like they have one digestive tract and then the one person shits and it goes like you don't see it actually happen. You don't actually see the shit or whatever, but they like act it out. And so it's the thought of it actually happening, and it's pretty fucking nasty. It really is, and that's not the only thing. It's just it's a fuck up. Even the ending is fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't like the movie personally.
I mean, like I like gory, like gross, awesome horror movies.
How much gore can you tolerate?
I don't know about that, dude, because that's a hell of a concept, and I do not even want to.
Okay, I'll put this into perspective. Like, how much gore can you tolerate? Like
less than that, probably.
Less than the Human Centipede is not even gory. Like, can you watch Saw? Like the Saw movies?
Yeah, dude, those are good movies.
Okay, if you can watch Saw, then you can watch Human Centipede. Like, Human Centipede is nothing compared to Saw. But the fucking goriest movie I've ever seen since we're talking about it, fucking Hostel. Whoever made that movie is a bastard. Don't.
What? There's like 5 of them.
Dude, there's 5?
I don't know.
I only seen 2.
I thought there were 3.
Oh God! And the reason I seen this, it's fucked up. I seen the second one before I seen the first one, and the only reason I watched the first one was because it was on late at night. Which the first one is not as bad as the second one. The second one, I was in a college prep program, and the thing we would do is we would stay on campus, and then like we go to class or whatever, and then during the day after all homework's done, we would go like bowling or we go watch movies. Well, we go watch movies. They're like, okay, these movies are out. What movie does everybody wants to see? Of course, a bunch of fucking teenagers are gonna be like, let's go see the bloodiest movie in the theaters. Let's go see Hostel 2. Everybody said it was the biggest fucking mistake of their lives. And since you haven't seen it, I'm just gonna ruin it for you because I don't even want you to see it. Worst part of the fucking movie, like, wasn't the part where these bitches just like got kidnapped. For a dumb reason too. Wasn't the part where this one hoe was hanging upside down and the other hoe had the scythe and was bathing in her titties in the bitch's blood. That wasn't the worst part. The worst fucking part of the movie is one of the girls. The girls get captured, and so one of the girls is, I guess she's getting ready to get tortured, and it's a weird fucking storyline too. It's like these dudes are a part of this operation where they're torturing people. That's their job. One guy knows what the fuck he's doing. The other guy thinks it's just a joke, like they're scaring people. So he thinks he's just gonna scare people. Other guy knows what he's doing, right? So the two best friends, one of the best friends ends up dying because the guy that thinks he's just scaring people, he has a chainsaw, thinks the chainsaw is fake. It's kind of like teasing a girl, I think she had a bag over her face or whatever, and the chainsaw like nipped her head. She's fucking gone. And he goes crazy. Yeah, and the guy, he goes crazy. He tries to escape. He gets eaten up by dogs, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And so the other girl that's actually getting tortured by the guy, like, I don't remember how, somehow she escaped and got him trapped in the thing. And she's like, if y'all don't let me out of here, I'm going to fuck him up. They don't want that. And so while she's trying to negotiate things with them, she has fucking garden scissors ready on this man's, around his nuts and area while she's negotiating with him. And basically she's like, you got to pay me this and this and this if you want me to be part of the operation, because that's the only way I'm getting out of here. Else he goes. And they say, he makes her mad because she doesn't like the word cunt, and he calls her a cunt. Which, why the fuck would you do that? He called her a stupid American cunt. Why would you do that when you got scissors at your balls? But if I had some scissors about my balls, I would be like, you're the nicest lady ever. Please just don't fucking kill me. Beautiful. I don't want to fucking die. This man calls her a cunt. She snips his balls like it was just paper. Snips his balls, grabs his balls, and while I'm sitting in the movie already squirming and shit, throws them to the angry dogs that ate up the other guy that was fucking scared, and the dogs sit there and chew on the ball. And this is like a whole 10-minute scene of her just, and the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, she's not gonna do it. They're not gonna go there. They've already went far where the girl was bathing in the blood and shit like that. They're not gonna go that far. Goddamn, snip the ball. It shows everything too. Yeah. Throws it to the, I was like, oh my god. Like, this movie, they took it too far. If there's one thing I can't stand is like scenes like that, because I get squeamish. Like I'm not. I can't stand watching like skateboard videos where the guys hit the balls on the rails and shit like that. Funny, like, cause I seen one, the guy hit his balls on the rails and he was like, oh, I'm fucking bleeding. I was like, no, I'm done. Turn it off.
Rips his gooch open.
Oh, yeah. Oh god, it was so nasty. Oh Jesus, it was so nasty.
Back when like Scarred started that.
That's what I was watching. Oh shit, it was Scarred. I missed that show, but it was so, oh god. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I have like, that's like my guilty pleasure, I guess, is watching shows like Ridiculousness and Scarred and Jackass. Shows, like, just to see them get fucked up. Some of the shit. Oh, speaking of Jackass, have you seen Jackass 3?
No, I haven't.
Eating Wendy's while I'm watching this fucked up movie. The most fucked up part is when they do like the porta potty slingshot. Oh. He's in the porta potty. And they're shitting piss in there. And they're slinging him up in the air. He's just like, he's a crazy motherfucker.
Who's the one in the...
It was Steve. It was Steve-O.
Of course. I knew it was going to be him or
Pam. He pukes everywhere, of course, because he's always puking.
It was like that one. It was one...
But I mean, I would too.
The funniest one was... It was fucked up, but it was funny. It was like the scene started off where it was this terrain or whatever. It looked like a terrain, and it's like a hill. And it's like trains rolling by and all this other shit. And the hill starts sprouting up shit. Turns out the hill was a giant fucking ass. Somebody stuck their ass on the table, painted it green, and he starts shitting. This movie was so fun. And I'm eating Wendy's at the time, which is my favorite restaurant to eat at. And I was like, I don't want these shit no more. Like, it was so... Then the butt rocket, the fuck... Oh, this... I don't know how they do it. And I don't know how they make money off of that shit.
That's I don't really like that kind of... Like, the old Jackass was fun, like when they hit like each other sledgehammer shit. That's great, whatever. I just don't like when they're like doing like the drink this cup of piss, you know, and, like chug it, and they have the like the little tube with the chug. Then like chug the piss. And I'm just like, it's so gross.
And the thing is, they have like wives and spouses and stuff like that.
Well,
how do you kiss your man after he done ate some shit, or he pretty much?
Can you imagine like all the things that they don't show because they're like, we gone too far.
Oh god!
Like you can only imagine like one night. What's the big fat guy's name? Do you remember him?
Phil?
Sure, I don't know his name.
What's his name?
Preston?
Maybe. Is that his name? I don't know. I don't watch
the big guy.
Phil is Bam's dad.
Okay, yeah. So imagine like Steve-O goes in, right? And he's like, I'm gonna get at Bam. I'm gonna start sucking this dude's dick, right? And they film it. They're like, we probably shouldn't put that on there. I'm just saying, like,
isn't Bam the guy? Because there used to be a show. Isn't Bam like the guy that every time he talked, there was subtitles? He'd be like, some shit like that.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Is that not him?
Nah, it's not him. Bam was the guy with like always wore like a skater hat.
He's got big old eyes and like he's got a mole.
Huh.
And his mom is April and his dad is Phil.
He had his own show for a while.
I remember that. No, it was.
He got
it was
married
like
to that skinny girl with the weird eyes.
I remember that show.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Gotta remember too. It's horrible.
Jackass.
Does it have a name?
It was like the Bam Margera Project, maybe something like that,
that's
or the
close.
Bam Margera.
It was
show.
somebody that he was related
like
to. That one of the guys spoke, and every time they spoke, he had to have subtitle because nobody really knew what the fuck he was saying.
Howard from fucking King of the Hill, yeah. Or the guy from Waterboy.
Oh,
that's what I thought of.
God damn, man.
I don't really know. But
I know it's a weird thing to bring up while we're recording this, but
go on.
How long is this gonna be? Like, is this however long you want?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I might dip for like 10 minutes and go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do we need to take a break?
No, you guys can do whatever you want. If you want to take a break, then that's fine.
Can we talk about you for 10 minutes?
You can talk about me all you want.
Are you gonna listen to this?
Yeah, I'll listen to it.
Fuck, then we can't talk about it.
So I can judge myself. Dude. Why can't you?
You'll be alright, go smoke your cigarette.
Shut up.
We'll talk. That's so rude.
Making me all self-conscious.
Nah, I ain't gonna be self-conscious.
Why are you self-conscious?
I'm not. Fuck you guys.
I mean, Death Metal Dorothy. I said her.
Death Metal Dorothy.
That's not my name.
That's not my name.
What is that, Avril Lavigne? Or something?
No, it's
fuck
the Tinglings or something like that.
What?
That ridiculous song.
What? Who sings that song?
That's not my name.
The Yin Yang Twins.
Who sings that song? Jesus.
I actually like the Yin Yang Twins.
I did too, actually.
Twins.
See, that was the kind of I like the Yin Yang Twins
What's
and Ice Cube, and that's the kind of stuff I like. You know, just because they had I don't know, they had their stuff was more aggressive and greater. I like the aggressive of like DMX, you know, like X on Unity.
I'm not gonna lie, my guilty pleasure was Lil Jon. I loved
Little John. Lil Jon was good.
Yeah, he's always have you ever like seen him in anything other than his music videos? Because he's actually like
he's a very funny guy.
Intelligent person.
He really is.
Isn't that weird?
He really is.
He does not portray himself like that at all.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm Little John and I'm going to go.
Like he really is. There's a lot of rappers that are like that. Like I've watched.
That's because
4.0 and
you heard of Krispy Kreme, right? Or
yeah.
He's a genius too.
Yeah,
man.
I figured he was. I haven't heard anything.
Well, I think the way it is. Well, they changed the name to Froggy Fresh, I guess.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Well, the thing about those guys, they might be like they portray a dumb character, but they're so smart. They're like, all right, I'm going to capitalize on this market that love these kind of guys.
Because that's the money they make.
That's one of the things that I couldn't tell. Which, like, I knew he was joking, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know. If
that's the best part. That's like, I don't know.
Like, do you remember? Remember Plies, the rapper?
Oh yeah, Plies.
Yeah, he has a he's a doctor, a certified doctor. I'm not lying. Like that, he went to school to be a doctor. He applies. He was like this rapper.
I don't remember a couple of songs by him, but he had like really gritty, like
he had like
songs.
them sex.
Like I'm gonna
sex
like
songs.
eat your coochie.
Yeah, those type of songs.
The spoon and shit.
And he's a literal certified. I think either a doctor or a nurse, but he went to school for it, and like that was his thing because he started, and they all started that. Like you were saying, 2 Chainz and stuff. 2 Chainz started off as a serious rapper, but his label, whoever he was under, was like, "This is what's making the money.
Yeah,
start making music."
It's like what are you gonna be, the next
happened.
Nas who doesn't make shit?
Like
might
Wiz
as well.
and like just there's a bunch of different
I
rappers
can't
that
stand Wiz.
I can't either, but I feel like he's more intelligent than they will let him.
I don't think so. I think he's fucking retarded.
You really think so?
Weed.
Nah, maybe. I don't really like Sweet, which isn't a problem, but I don't know. Just something about Wiz.
He
I
married
just
I don't know if he's married to her, but that girl. Have you guys?
Amber Rose?
Didn't he end up cheating on her or some shit?
I don't know,
recently?
but
that was
like
the rumor.
if he's gonna be with that kind of girl, I don't mean to be like offensive, but he's got to be smarter than. Because shallow dudes do not go for chicks that have that big of an ass. You know, like that's a big ass.
That's
a
but
big
I don't know. That's kind of like
ass.
the thing now. Is like
not like that though.
Well, I don't know. Like people are like in love with like Nicki Minaj
big,
and
but she's
Iggy Azalea, and
there's a limit to that. Though.
I agree. I think they're disgusting.
There's a limit to that. Because
she'll be back soon.
She'll be back soon. But there's a limit to that.
That if she stole my car keys and she dropped
it's like, there's nothing wrong.
All right. Oh, yeah, leave the door open. You can walk back in. Okay.
Hey.
Shut the door. Damn it.
But yeah, there's a limit to that. It's like Nicki Minaj, Iggy Azalea, and Amber Rose, since we're talking about Wiz Khalifa, like, they all have implants.
And
now,
that's gross though, right?
I'm like, people are in love with that. It's like the stereotypical thing is like guys like big ass, big
I like
titties.
a big butt too. I'm a frame guy. Like if it matches the frame,
if it matches it, but if you looking all disproportionate, like like you got like a chicken bone up here, but all the meat is at the top of the bone, that don't make no damn sense.
No, right? It's
like
so weird.
At least even the shit out.
Imagine if at Thanksgiving you had a turkey, right?
Exactly.
And all the meat was at the bottom.
All the meat was at the bottom of the fucking bone, and there was just bone at the top. Tell me you would not be pissed.
I would be angry as fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Imagine
Christ.
cracking a wishbone. There's, the little fucking bone.
Oh, God. God damn it.
I don't know. I'm just not into like the fake stuff. Really, like just all that. I can't stand Wiz Khalifa. Really, to be honest with you, I just don't like his music.
I've never got into his music honestly either.
Oh, his music for me is like it's not really like he tries to be clever, but to me it just comes off really hokey, and I never really got into it.
I don't know. Music nowadays, I guess it's always been.
It's because we're old.
Yeah, I'm saying music nowadays because I'm getting old, but it's like people would say it back in the day too.
Yeah.
Like it's the same. People say the same thing every year, and it's like, but since I'm in this day and age, I'm gonna say it. Music nowadays is just like it's just everybody, and I understand the music you make. If you're a Lil Wayne or if you're a 2 Chainz, that makes you the money. Because that's what 2 Chainz was saying on I was watching the Nancy Grace thing, and she was like, "Oh, you let your daughters around this, blah, blah," and he was like, "Well, it puts food on the table. That's the type of music I'm going to make. And if it's working for you, go for that."
I'm just not into that kind of music. Like,
Yeah,
if it works for others, whatever, but I just never got into it. I just don't know how some people are just like, oh, so-and-so is the greatest of all time. Like, how? How is Wiz Khalifa the best of all time? I just don't see it. Or how is fucking, like, I hate country music, like, with a passion. But I get it, some people are into it. But, like, Jason Adeline, or whatever his name is, he's
Jason
the greatest
Aldean.
Whatever, Adelini, I call him Adelini. Fucking zucchini guy. He, I can't stand that kind of music. Like, it's, trucking, bang, 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 bang. I'm like,
You know what, I'm a music lover. I've tried too, bro. I've tried to get into country. The only country that I got into
was Taylor Swift, right?
Was Taylor Swift. That was the only country I got into.
But yeah, that's what I learned in Bible school. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey,
what's going on, Dorothy? How you doing? We were...
So Taylor Swift, right?
Anyways, back to celebrities.
So you guys do whatever you need to do. Continue talking.
No, we're just messing around.
Oh.
We're just talking about music still. But the only country music I can get into. But she's not really country, though.
Well, not now.
Not anymore.
Not now. A lot of people, well, I'm pretty sure they know now, But back, I knew Taylor Swift back when she was literally in that Romeo, save me. I knew her when she was back there. Me too. And then I leave for like 3 years, come back, and now she on her shake it off.
Huge transformation, really. And you know what? She's doing well for herself. I mean, she's like one of the biggest stars right now in the fucking world. Just crazy.
It works.
Good for her, man.
I guess the same thing happened to Miley too. She was country. That was her whole gig.
Oh God! Now she's country.
Shit.
Fucking can't stand Miley.
God damn it, Miley Cyrus.
I'm gonna turk my pancake bud and make my daddy proud.
Nah. I don't know what her daddy's saying right now, but
don't break my heart, Mike. She is right now. She's breaking.
Speaking of "Don't Break," this nigga did a remix of that song, a rap remix.
I think I heard it.
Of that song.
Who did it with it? Was it Wiz? I'm kidding. What if it was Wiz?
Oh Jesus!
Him and Wiz Khalifa getting out.
I don't know who did it, but he did a rap remix to that song.
I remember hearing about that. I forget who it was with though. Horrendous is all I can think of.
That's all I can think of.
The guy just can't let go, and then he forces his fucking daughter to be a star. Now look at her. Now she's over there twerking on Beetlejuice and the creams.
God damn!
Remember that shit? I actually remember I was listening to a podcast one day. Shout out to Wrestling Soup. Joey Numbers, one of the co-hosts of the show, said something like, "You got Beetlejuice and Miley over there. Thank God." And no one's ever said this before. Thank God 2 Chainz was there to save the integrity of the show.
Save the integrity. 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
Had to save the fucking award show. That's sad.
We'd like to welcome back to the show Death Metal Dorothy.
Death Metal Dorothy.
We're not in Kansas anymore. That's her quote. That's her catchphrase. I wish she would say it.
No, you have to grindcore growl it though. Do it.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Death Metal Dorothy.
You're welcome. That should be good. When she does another show, she does. I don't know if she likes it. Hey, I'm having fun so far on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's not
so much that she had to go out and smoke for 20 minutes. I'm kidding.
For 20 minutes. Okay.
She's like, these guys are pouring the shit at her. She loves it.
Shut up.
Damn, son.
Alright, show's over, guys. You heard it.
Damn, son.
Did you guys hear Radio Shack went bankrupt?
Really?
Yeah.
Like nationally?
Yeah, I guess they have like someone. I think the local stores might stick around, but that's because someone else is kind of running them right now, as far as like a buyout or whatever. But right now they're bankrupt.
Shit.
I'm not surprised. Are you have you ever been to a Radio Shack in the last 20 years?
I honestly have. That's where I got those speakers from.
Really?
That's where I got those speakers from.
I've never found any. I'd go to Radio Shack and I'm just like. Old shit. I feel like
well, I used to have a friend that worked there. So, like I said, that's where I got those speakers from. But, you're right. I've never walked in the Radio Shack.
Radio Shack's such a weird place. Because for me, it's like the technology in between, VCRs and DVDs. DVD players. It's in between that stuff. And I'm like, how is this stuff still around?
I don't know. But I guess I'm not surprised.
They're no Best Buy.
How long have you been around here?
Around here?
Yeah.
It's probably my 3rd, 4th year here.
Was Radio Shack in the mall when you were here?
Yeah.
Yeah, how long has it been since they shut down? It's been a couple years now, hasn't it?
Have they shut down already?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Shit. I didn't even know.
There's something else.
That's how much I go to the mall sucks, bro.
It's not.
Shit.
Yeah,
dude, our mall is
it's
do
a
you
hallway.
even call it a mall? It's not a mall.
They call it the hall. Well, people do.
The hall.
Some people do.
Yeah, I would say it's a fucking hall. Truthfully, though, malls are kind of dying anyways.
What they have it has 6, 7 stores and then
and a movie theater though, which is great.
Well, yeah.
That's probably the only good thing about
2 restaurants and another do they still have the pretzel?
The deli. So I had the deli for the first time.
You don't like the deli?
And then that expensive ass game retro store. That's a fucking disgrace.
Oh yeah.
I walk in that bitch. I can get the same fucking SNES system at Barter Joe's.
Shout out to Barter Joe's.
If you want to sponsor me, go ahead.
I sold so much of my stuff when I was poor at Barter Joe's.
So last week.
Boom. Ooh. Bam. Oh. Bop. Bada bop. Boom.
Pow. I'm kidding.
Barter Joe's, I love that place, but I went to the retro store. They wanted $50 for that Sonic wall scroll.
Right? They wanted $50 for that?
$50, yes. No, I'm not bullshitting.
Whoa.
$50. It was a nice wall scroll too. They wanted $50 for that. The Street Fighter one, I think there was a Mario one too.
This motherfucker.
Which would have been great to hang up on my wall, but I ain't paying $50 for a piece of
I'd rather hang
fucking...
up a $50 bill at that point.
Exactly, you might as well.
Well, imagine if you just had your house just hanging $50 bills all over the place.
This is emergency money.
That's your fucking trim to your house. It's $50 bills.
Anytime we run out, we know we
got stacks on stacks on stacks. That's crazy. Yeah, Radio Shack. Like I said, man, I've been to the one in the mall. Like, I feel like it was last year though. Maybe not. Time goes by so fast when you're an adult. It's sad though.
It does. It does.
I remember going in there looking. I think I was looking at laptops. Because I was buying a laptop for school. Yeah, I guess it was a couple years ago. And they just had like tons of just like low quality like shit. Like it had like Windows 5 on there. I was like, what the fuck?
God,
not
damn.
really, but seriously though. You know what I mean? Like I'm going in there like I guess it has like 2 gigabytes of RAM. Like why would I buy a laptop with 2 gigabytes of RAM?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck can I play on that? I could barely play.
You can't do anything on that. You can't have shit on that.
Barely watch YouTube on that fucking laptop.
Shit.
And that was like their high end. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go to Best Buy and they're like laptops for the same price as like 8 gigs of RAM. I'm like, wow, that's a huge difference.
God damn.
It's so weird. I feel like Radio Shack's like the Aldi's of like the fucking technology stores.
Damn.
It's like the off-brand shit.
They're going bankrupt. Well,
They already went
That's
bankrupt.
another store that's becoming like Blockbuster.
Shit, you guys remember Blockbuster?
Barely.
That shit was great. I used to rent
The
games.
I remember other colors.
The colors?
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow.
I actually used to like Blockbuster.
I used to love
I don't
Blockbuster.
remember Blockbuster.
I used to go there
remember
like every
Blockbuster.
weekend. We used to have near the tail end of their thing. They had like what was it called? It may have been called like the Edge like membership or something, like the Edge card. And it was like a monthly fee. You paid like it was before GameFly came out. It was like $25 and you get to run like 2 games or whatever at a time, and you just pay it monthly and just keep renting games whenever. But I would use that like crazy because I was a huge gamer. But because I was kind of a nerd, still am.
I ain't ashamed of it. Yeah, the thing that ruined Blockbuster was Redbox and Internet.
Yeah, no shit. And Netflix.
And Netflix.
Streaming, because now everything's about like getting your stuff now.
Dude, the internet.
Cable's gonna be done
YouTube.
soon, too.
YouTube is competing with cable. That's a thing. They're competing with cable. I mean, why not? It's like on the internet, you can get anything right now.
Right. Like,
if I wanted to, I can
watch Doctor Who, which I've never even watched.
Watch whatever the fuck I wanted to for free.
Boom, I can watch it whenever I want. Season 5, episode 7. You know, the scene where the Doctor does this and that. Who knows?
They just like
that show sucks.
change the pitch a little bit so it's not copyright.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they tweak something, like they add like an extra like subtitle or something.
They do that. That's one thing I hate about download music on YouTube.
Oh, God,
is because like I'll go to look for a song and I won't notice until after with me, like I love music so much I remember like the instruments and ways everything sounds, and so like I'll download the song, just be like recently what songs did I download? I downloaded some Theory of a Dead Man songs and some Slipknot songs, and I go in and I'm like downloading the songs, I put it on my computer and I go to play it and I'm listening and I'm like, fuck, why does it sound weird?
Yeah.
And then I go like play the song, I'm like, why the fuck is the pitch all the way up? And I go play the original song, it's like all the way down here. I'm like, alright, I need to I have to listen to like the actual whole song to make sure it's like the actual song. Cause
my favorite was like download music back in the day, like Kazaa or whatever, and it'd be like some radio guy, yo, this is I'm like,
I hated that on like LimeWire and shit like that.
Oh my god, I forgot about LimeWire.
I'm DJ KDD, and we're gonna play the greatest hit. It's fucking Ice Cube.
As if they actually knew the fucking artist or something like that. I was like, get this shit off my goddamn... back when I had CD players.
Oh, God. CD burner was a huge selling point for computers. Dude,
I had people in middle school made money off that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I used to pay this guy $5 to make me a mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, put these songs... That's when I was really into the Gorillas. And I was like, put all these songs on here. Which is
illegal. I don't...
I don't condone that. I don't know if I do that anymore. Shit.
If those were playing the drinking game. It was a reference to last week's podcast. But anyways, you did. So you're gonna become a regular guest on the show?
I don't mind. Yeah, that'd be okay.
There it is.
Awesome.
If you guys will have me.
I mean,
Death Metal Dorothy is a regular.
Death Metal Dorothy. I mean, it's great. You need to get Twitter. Death Metal. Follow her. She loves dick pics.
I'd rather not.
I just love setting people up for failure. They're like, oh, she does. Let me just. She's gonna get tons of.
No. Okay. Whatever. I'll just wait until they forget.
Okay, there you
Shit.
go. Well, then, what if we say, like, if you want to send some money or if you want to send some free Cheez-Its, you can send them to me.
I do like the white cheddar cheese.
I
they
don't
gotta
like
be
the
white.
Cheddar Jack.
they used to. I don't know if they have them anymore. The Tabasco Cheez-Its.
Oh, I love those.
Those were delicious.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, what you talking about?
They're so good, though.
Oh, shit,
I'm a hot
son.
Cheetos man myself. Like, I love hot Cheetos.
No, I like the.
I'm a
jalapeno
hot
cheddar.
fries man.
Oh, hot fries are
I've
delicious,
never
too.
had a hot fry.
What?
No, never.
Oh,
So much
jeez.
experience.
Schnitty, what are you doing? My cat's over here messing with stuff.
It's okay.
What are you doing?
We have a kitty in the background. We give that to you for free because we love every single one of you. All 5 of you.
All 5 of you.
All 5 of you. Schnitty.
So cute.
Thank you. So let's see here.
Talk about something I will actually have something. to
Well,
say
here's
about.
something. This one I had you in mind when I was talking about this. Bethesda are hosting E3 this year, so they're supposed to have some big announcements this year.
But that. Oh, hold on.
Is it Fallout 5?
Before you
Four,
continue,
Continue on.
Is it both?
Bethesda.
Oh shit.
As of right now, y'all, Schnitty, get off that. Because her stuff's on.
I put it
He's
there.
alright. He's trying to pop a cig.
I can put it over here.
He's
But,
trying to
Bethesda.
Uh-oh,
As of
here it
right
is.
now, you guys are in my top 5 favorite video game developers
That's
of
good.
all time.
Absolutely, dude.
Fucking Square Enix, fucking Capcom,
Yeah.
Bandai Namco, which used to just be Namco because of Tekken. I love
Yeah,
Tekken.
Have they changed?
And then they changed it. It was just Namco. Now it's Bandai Namco. And then
I think they merged or something. Right?
Bethesda's in there. And then what's number 5?
Valve? No?
Valve.
2K?
Sega.
See,
Atari.
trying to see
Atlas.
what games I got. Nah, Sega been slipping on a dick
Oh
lately.
no shit. So is Capcom. Let's be honest.
And I don't know if I like Nintendo because they've been acting like assholes.
Nah,
lately.
nigga, I love Nintendo.
Trying to think.
Valve is who does Left 4 Dead,
Okay, I like Valve.
and I can't think of what else.
There's another
Like,
developer in there.
I think maybe Wolfenstein was Valve. No.
Yeah,
Was
well,
it?
Was it? I know. Well, it's
Maybe not.
technically not Valve, but the creator, the team that was in Valve, they're now Turtle Creek. That did
Okay,
Evolve,
okay.
which is Evolve. Is I want to grab that game. There's another company. Maybe
Speaking of Evolve,
I've heard good things about that.
my favorite company is Nintendo. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a huge Nintendo diehard. Pokemon's my favorite game series of all time. I still play. In fact, if you go into my house, creepers, if you're listening, if you go into my house, into my room right now while I'm recording this podcast, you'll see my 3DS laying on my bed. That's right, that bed. And it's got Pokemon on it right now, just in sleep mode because I'm ready to play it when I get home.
That's what it is. Okay, so it's Square Enix, Capcom, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, and NetherRealm because of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
5 favorite video game developers. Now, Bethesda. Y'all already slipped on a fat penis with Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online.
Which is free to play now, by the way, which I knew.
So completely free to play, like you don't have to pay at all. Because what I heard,
You don't have to pay no subscriptions, but you have to pay for like extra stuff, just like anything else that's free to play.
well, like pretty much like DLCs.
I mean, when it comes on the PS4 and the Xbox One, it won't be free.
You need to come over and game with us and play Skyrim.
I've played Skyrim. I've played a lot of Skyrim, just never the online.
Oh no, Elder Scrolls. I haven't played that one
played
either.
the beta.
That one just came out.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
horrendous.
And so Elder Scrolls Online, like, because from what I heard, at first it was pay for a subscription.
Yeah, it was
then
like
I
World of
heard they
Warcraft.
changed it to.
You had to.
Then I heard they changed it to, on top of paying for online for either PS4 or Xbox, you have to pay one price for access to the whole game.
Well, yeah, you would have to buy the game plus the subscription fee, which usually they give you a free month for free, and then you would have to pay. I think it was $15, just like World of Warcraft. But the problem is that type of like method of payment for games just doesn't work anymore.
No.
You've had so many MMOs fail. You had Star Wars. You had there's so many of them. Rift. What is it called? Evo. There's 1,000. You can name a million of these motherfucking games, right? That start off with a subscription-based thing, just like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft's the only one that stands the test.
That's still going to
The
this
problem
day.
with it is, with Elder Scrolls Online Rift and Guild Wars was one that was like, oh, it's you buy the game once, it's yours, which is good. But the thing is, the reason why World of Warcraft trumps everybody is because they have so much content in there. games like Star Wars came out, and it was like, it's a fun leveling system. It's got some great stuff, but then once you hit the cap level, which people who play those kind of games gets it done in a day and a half.
Yeah.
Right. There's nothing to do in the end game. There's nothing, absolutely nothing to do. So then it's just like, this game sucks. I'm gonna go back to World of Warcraft because I can do this, and that. I can collect pets and play battle with Pokemon. I can do raid content, get gear. I can do PvP and get gear and kill people and shit. But also I guess they're going to be having a racing game, so that's something that's new for Blizzard to add a racing mini game into World of Warcraft, which everything they've added so far is good, so I don't doubt it will be fun.
It's just, I hate the people are getting so ridiculous with this pay shit. I was just talking to a YouTuber about this. It's like everybody, I was just watching pretty much like a podcast about it. Everybody's getting crazy with like the subscriptions and the DLCs. And it's like, we get it. We understand us as a gaming community fucked up. Because I think Xbox was the first system to introduce the DLC. Pay for, not just because DLCs have been, I think I read since Xbox. Yeah. But as far as like pay for online subscription, that was Xbox. They started like on actual consoles. So us as a gaming community fucked up when we was like, let's do this, and now we're paying. As you can see, people are like, oh, we're making money off this. Oh, they're making money off this. Let's do this, Sony. Now you have to pay for Sony. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo did this shit, because lately they've been becoming really money hungry.
Now hold on, I want to hear this. Why are they being money hungry? Because I'm curious.
Jesus Christ.
We're about to have a debate here.
Jesus Christ. All right, Nintendo has become so anti-consumer. It's just like, I love Nintendo as a gaming company. Yeah. They're not in my top 5, but I love them as a gaming company because they make a lot of great content. But when it comes to them as business people, they fucking suck. I'm sorry. Starting off, back when, I don't know which was the first gaming console to make the CDs. I think it was Dreamcast, maybe, or the first major one. But Nintendo was supposed to do this.
It may have been Dreamcast.
It was either Dreamcast or Sega Saturn.
I was saying, was it Sega Saturn out before the
Dreamcast? It was one of those.
I think it was out before the
And so Nintendo obviously wanted to compete with
PlayStation
that.
too, though, like PlayStation, the inaugural PlayStation.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Because Nintendo was wanting to compete with that, and so Sony, being the basically the CD gods, basically, they took that to a whole new heights.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo went to Sony and was like, let's fucking team up. Sony being like, of course, let's grab in the money. It's Nintendo. They were supposed to make a system together. What Nintendo wanted is they wanted to be like, we'll do this with you. We want all the fucking rights. And Sony, of course, if like they won't even like, let's give you 50-50, or let's even go 70-30 or 60-40. Nintendo was like, we want full control, we want this and this, and basically making demands. Sony was like, no, fuck that and fuck you. Nintendo said, okay, we'll just do our own shit. That's how the PlayStation came into, because obviously it's a brand of Sony.
Now, truthfully though, in business deals like that happens all the time. Just like finally, Marvel, like we talked earlier, Marvel and Sony finally came to terms, because it's such a weird dynamic. Like, how do you judge who gets what percent of what?
Exactly.
Based off what merit, like who's doing the most work, who actually owns the right, who created the rights. Obviously, in my opinion, Marvel has more stroke when it comes to Spider-Man. They're the creators of Spider-Man, but Sony has the rights to it. So that's where the whole conflict begins. So I don't know. I mean, I heard about that too back in the day, but I mean, I don't know.
And another reason I don't like Nintendo is because, as you all know, I am a YouTube commentator over video games. And one of the biggest things on YouTube is, especially that gamers and reviewers and everybody falls under trouble with, is the copyright content. And so, let's say I do a Mario Kart gameplay, or I do a Smash Bros gameplay, that automatically gets copyrighted. Now, YouTube has a system, it's gotten a lot worse now that it's automated, but they have the system where it's like, to basically save their asses, they're like, they put the system in there where if you have anything that might be copyrighted, whether it be content, pictures, footage, music, or anything like that, that bot goes in there and say, this belongs to MGM, or this belongs to Sony, or this belongs to Nintendo, and they put it on your video and say, basically, you can put this up and you can monetize it, but if you monetize it, you can't make money off of it. The company can make money off of it. Which, as you notice with a lot of gameplay commentators, they make their money off of making money off of other people. Now, the thing I don't like about Nintendo is because other gaming companies are smart with this. The way and the way I see it too is like, okay, I'm putting your game up on display.
It's free publicity.
That is free publicity. That opens up so many doors for your game, for your content. Like if I made a game, let's say I made Street Fighter, and all these people are playing Street Fighter. They got it on the Evo tournaments. They got it on YouTube.
Yeah.
They or if I made Skyrim or Fallout or what the fuck ever, and people are displaying this, like back in the day before YouTube, it was I had to watch a commercial about this game and buy it for $60 or whatever,
or rent it at
and
Blockbuster.
hope that it's good, even if you rent it, or hope that it's good.
Well, yeah, you're still wasting money on it. Yeah.
You still wasting money on it. Now it's like I can go watch this game. Like if the new Fallout comes out, which that's
we haven't even talked about that yet.
I hope that happens, or the new Elder Scrolls. I hope that happens too. Not the online shit, like the actual game. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. But if that happens, and I'm curious about it, I can go watch, which I usually do anyway. Like I've done that with Dying Light, which I really want to play. I've done that with Evolve. I can go watch a gameplay or two and see if I want to play it. And if I'm like, this is fucking awesome, I can get that.
Yeah.
Free publicity. Free. Nintendo hates it. Literally stated many times that they hate their content on YouTube. If anybody puts their stuff on YouTube, because I still have videos on there that's still copyrighted, anybody that puts their stuff on YouTube gets automatically copyrighted because they hate their stuff on YouTube. They said they think it's bad. It's bad for their business. It's bad for them. And people are like, "How is it bad for you?" Like,
yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And
to be fair though, they are Japanese, so they do everything backwards.
I mean, and that's true, but it's just like you figure that goes back
Japanese
to my thing I was talking about.
Me right now.
It's like it's like you figure
letters.
If these people want more money, they would want their stuff on there. But they said they don't want people to go on there and basically, if they watch the gameplay, they feel like people are going to be like, "Oh, well, I already watched the game. Why do I need to play it for?"
Yeah.
That's the complete opposite of me. If I'd rather play something myself than like if I'm watching an immersed gameplay like Skyrim, which I have, or an immersed gameplay like Fallout, and I see how vast it is, I'm still finding out new shit about those games to this day. Like if I every time I pop in those games, I find new shit.
Yeah.
And so if I'm seeing all these other people finding new shit, and what Skyrim's been out for so long, fucking long, and there's still like DLCs and all this other immersed shit in this game, so many hours of gameplay, I'm gonna want to play that shit myself, especially if there's shit in there that other people haven't found.
Of which, I mean, Bethesda with the hosting E3, do you think they're gonna announce the new Elder Scrolls?
If they do,
they better fucking not until they come out with Fallout 3. Because I've been waiting for that shit for what, like 4 or 5 years now. Fuck that, dude.
Well, think about this: how long did it take them to come out fucking Fallout 3 after Fallout 2 came out?
I don't know, because I actually have never played the first two.
It's not.
Yeah, because it's not like
three in Vegas,
and
I'm waiting for the next one.
But okay. Well, I knew you would be excited to talk about this. So what are some changes you want to see though in Fallout 4? Like, what do you want to see?
I don't know. Like, I really like. It took me a while to warm up to the hardcore mode in Vegas, but I decided that I really, really like it. So that would be cool if that were an option.
I'm sure it's on there. Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't take something because that's been.
But I don't know. Like, the only thing is maybe like better, like different character choices. I don't know. I'm totally happy with if they were to just make another game that was a lot like that. Because I don't know. That was like both of those games were my favorite games ever.
Well, I know they are. That's
ever.
why I was excited to talk about this. You know, I personally, I hope they announce that Fallout 4 will be good. It's been a while. I mean, with the Elder Scrolls Online just coming, I doubt they announce a whole nother one.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably talk about it coming out on the Xbox One and PS4. Maybe announce some new features for like, oh, we changed this and this and this. You guys are gonna like this. I hope to God, because I played the beta, like I said, and the reason why it was so bad, it wasn't enough content. Like just because I play World of Warcraft, so I know that I know why. For me, it's just not enough content I want to play. But also, there's so many bugs, so many glitches. Not enough with the profession stuff. It was so boring and bland. That's the stuff that I was very like right away. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna play this game. I didn't buy it, and a lot of people didn't buy it. So I'm hoping that maybe it just plays better on consoles. Because for me, that's where Skyrim like excels at. Like I have Skyrim on PC, but I use a controller for it. I use my PS4 controller for it. But that's just the way it is. So I hope Fallout 4, but maybe they'll talk about the online. But I'm sure they'll announce maybe another game on top of that. But I don't know.
I don't know. I love as of right now, out of all the games I play, I really do think Skyrim is my favorite.
It's a good game.
That game, oh my goodness, like it's so fucking good. There's so much that you can do. There's like all the stuff that I've been asking for in a video game throughout the years is in this one game.
And you've played Oblivion and stuff, right? Like in Morrowind? Or?
Yes.
So I never played the ones before Morrowind, but I played Morrowind. I didn't really like it because I felt like I couldn't really get into it because it was very, you had to find stuff on your own type of thing, which is fine. But the thing that they improved on was like, give me a goal first.
Give me a reason to want to get this item.
Right, like make me go, like tell me to go somewhere and then I'll explore along the way. Otherwise, it's like, well, I can go to this house. Oh, I died because this guy's level 20,000 and I'm fucking level 1. Mm-hmm. So that's something that it needed. Oblivion is one of my favorites, and then Skyrim became quick.
Oh, geez. I never got to play Oblivion. The Oblivion's one chance that I got to play it, the disc was fucked up, so I never got to play it.
Oh, damn.
I could have rented it.
It was on Xbox, wasn't it?
360.
Yeah, 360 does have the games for time. But you know, I have a 360. I went through like 3 360s in my lifetime.
Shit.
I had one, and I had to sell it because I was poor, guys. Because I told you about that earlier.
Listen, we know.
At
Last week was a tough week.
Shut up.
She had to buy some of them white cheddar cheeses.
Shut up.
God damn, son.
Which is fine. Hey, white cheddar cheeses are good, and Cheez-Its don't sponsor us. But if they did,
if they want to send us some free shit,
I'll take some.
Nice little variety pack.
A little variety pack. I like the party. I always like the party mix.
I don't think I've had the party mix.
Is it just like a
Chex Mix?
Kind of, but it's better.
Cheez-Its Chex
Tastes better. I like Chex Mix, but I'm more Gardetto's kind of a guy.
Those are good. I love those little rye chips.
Oh, they're the best.
They are.
But then there's got a bunch of other little stuff in between because, like, I save my rye chips for last. But if I get a couple in there, I eat them, and it makes the experience so much better. That's just me, though. How do you guys eat your Gardettos?
That's perfectly crunchy.
They're so.
I kind of I try to get maybe one rye chip in every bite.
It's great. Because they're the best part. To me, they're the best part. Now they actually sell the rye chips by themselves now.
Really?
They do. They do. They're so good. They're a smaller bag though.
No, out of every junk food I could ever just eat forever, it's just sour cream and onion chips.
Those are good.
All day I could eat until they were gone.
I like sour cream and onion chips, but see, to kind of branch off that a little bit more, I'm like a chips and dip kind of guy. I like a French onion dip or ranch dip.
Have you ever? Do you eat chips with cottage cheese?
I've never eaten chips with cottage cheese.
I learned that from my dad. It's delicious.
I'm scared to eat cottage cheese.
You don't like cottage cheese?
I've seen people do the most ridiculous shit with cottage cheese. I had a guy, I shit you not, I had a guy in community college that when we went to breakfast in the mornings, he would get a cheese omelet with jalapenos and all the meats, tomatoes and onions, and then he would take cottage cheese, he would take peanut butter, and he would take jelly, lay it on the top of his omelet, and would eat it whole.
That dude was a freak. whoever that was.
He would eat it whole.
And if you're listening to this podcast, you're listening to the right podcast. I don't know. That's pretty fucking weird.
Gross.
I think the weirdest thing I would ever eat as a kid is like peanut butter and syrup sandwiches, which sounds good, but they're really good. I can't eat them now. It's too much.
Honey, like bagels.
Yeah, me too.
That's just good.
It is.
It probably tastes similar.
But that's why I'm afraid to eat cottage cheese, because I've seen that, and at the time it really did make me want to puke. Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, how do you even your brain? How does your brain even tell you that's peanut butter jelly and cottage on top of an omelet?
Who's sitting there eating an omelet like, you know what'd be really good on this? Let's put some jelly. You know what? Fuck it. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right? You know what else I love? Cottage cheese. Let's put it all to fucking get.
That sounds like somebody on mushrooms.
He was a Goomba. I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Dude, I think that
probably did have at least 30% to do with it.
That nigga was on meth. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh my god. It was so weird. And I would look at him, I'd be like, you really eating that? He was like, yeah, man, it's good. You gotta try it. I said, you know what? I'm alright. I'm okay.
Well, I don't know. It's just so weird. That's so gross. The only thing like for cottage cheese in me is like something like one of my friends used to say like, oh, that smells like cottage cheese at a jockstrap. And that's sometimes when I think of eating a jockstrap, which is kind of weird.
God.
Like I'm like,
God.
You ever hear anyone say something like, oh, that smells like cottage cheese at a jockstrap?
I've never heard anybody say that.
I've heard that so many times. I don't know why.
What?
Like in locker rooms, like, oh, your locker smells like.
Well, I barely played sports in high school, so
I didn't play a lot of sports.
I played basketball my freshman year, and our locker room smelled like deodorant. So
I hated sports. So
guys' locker room, because guys would keep their gym clothes in their lockers like at all times. So like a week later, it smelled awful. Never, yeah. There's probably mold growing on that shit. It's fucking gross. And then you have to tackle the guy, wrestle the guy, or whatever it is, what sport you're doing. And it's just so fucking gross. Can you imagine wrestling a guy that smells like cottage cheese in a jockstrap?
No.
I've done it. It's disgusting.
No.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't do wrestling.
No, I was a girl.
Almost broke his nose.
I was a girl in PE that sat in like the corner, and
I could believe probably didn't dress out, so you don't have to.
I was just like, no, I don't want to do it.
Oh,
I don't want to sweat.
Oh gosh.
I did my makeup today.
I hated anything physical in high school.
Yeah.
Like I was past sports after middle school because in the 8th grade I was forced to do football. Hated that shit. Then when I quit the motherfucker, got an ass whooping for quit. Well, I got an ass whooping for lying because I quit. See, I really hated sports. Like I did it until 7th grade. I did track and I did basketball, which was okay. And then I did football. I hated football. I didn't want to do football because I seen niggas getting tackled. And I specifically remember there was this guy named Aaron Johnson, short 4'2" little kid, shortest kid in the whole fucking school, and he was out there getting wrecked. I'm talking Cody Dawson, big ass kid. I'm talking he was tall and big at the same time, which is I don't know how the hell that happens. But tackling this little 4'2" dude, I was like, nope, hell no. So I went to the coach. I was like, I can't do this shit. He's like, no, what you mean? And everybody's like, no, go ahead, do it, boss off. Like, Aaron's out there getting tackled. I was like, no, I can't do it. I'm just gonna go ahead. He's like, you sure? I was like, yeah. So I didn't want to tell my dad that I quit. So I told him the fucking coach kicked me off because I couldn't take the shit. And I started thinking he's just gonna accept the shit.
Yeah.
He walks to the fucking, oh, he kicked you off. My son ain't good enough. Let's go back to motherfucking school. Nigga, I got my ass whooped that day. You lied? Oh my god, I hate it. And then that's why I hated sports. I was like, you gonna make me do? I told him I didn't want to do it. No, you doing it. You doing it. I hated that shit. Then I got in high school, and I think the only thing I did in high school was track, and that was about it. Man.
I liked track. I used to be a thrower. I used to throw the javelin around. I was awful at it.
Jeez. I did the hurdles.
But when it came to like the throwing relay, oh, it was so good. I'm so fast.
I did the hurdles.
I'm a sprinter though, man. I used to be that.
I became like, I just was a chill guy in high school. I didn't want to do like all that physical shit. I just wanted to sit back.
I was more of a debate frenzy kind of guy anyways, because I'm intellectual.
I was Goomba. You know me, bro.
All I did was do drugs. All the time.
Don't do drugs.
All kinds of drugs all the time. No, I played basketball until my freshman year, and then the night of our very last game, I decided I didn't want to go anymore, so I didn't. They were so mad at me, but I was just like, "Fuck you guys, no."
Shit.
I think maybe it wasn't that night. It might have been. I think it was 420.
LOL.
And I just decided to stay home and get stoned.
Damn, son.
Yeah. And that just determined the rest of my life right there.
That was it. She could have been a famous WNBA superstar.
Yeah.
Death Metal Dorothy.
5'2".
Number 5. Death Metal Dorothy.
See, I didn't do it. I hated sports, so like when I was in high school, I was still under my grandparents. We talked about this.
Oh, yeah,
I was scared to do anything because I was in this religious box.
Yeah, you were in a box.
So I was scared to do anything. So I played video games, and then I didn't start doing acting and like music until 12th grade, and then that's when I did the Chronicles of a Junction City Hobo, which if y'all haven't seen that, y'all need to hop on my other channel and watch that. Funnest thing I've ever done in my life. That was my release. Like that was my escape from everything. I got to be this crazy fucking dude for like half the day, then go home do bullshit. Then the next day do some more crazy adventure. It was fucking awesome. It was awesome. All right, you guys. Well, we're about to wrap this podcast up. It's getting pretty late here. But in the comments, just some quick, just to get something going in the comment box, write down what you guys thought about the podcast, and then write down something that you would like to hear us talk about on SuperCaddy.
That's right. Yeah, talk about some topics you want to hear us talk about.
Some big topics that you want to hear us talk about, and we'll definitely look at those, and we'll definitely.
But also, what do you think about the Spider-Man stuff? Talk about that. I mean, anything that we talked about, discuss that. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions.
Just
on that.
get it going, get it popping, guys.
And don't forget to follow us all on Twitter. We'll have those links in the comments.
We'll have all the links,
info. We'll have. We're gonna have a Twitter for the channel soon too. And we'll tell you guys that when that pops up. That way, whenever we upload a video, something will be on that feed constantly, and you guys can follow that. And that way, you can find out when we have stuff uploaded. If you don't check YouTube every day, or if you're like me, and you have 1,000 subscriptions to everything, so you never know when your favorite channel.
You never know. But make sure you check out the links in the description. Check out the Mavericks Twitter. We'll have Death Metal Dorothy. She'll have a Twitter soon.
That's right.
And then
hashtag Death Metal Dorothy.
And then make sure you guys check out my links. I got my gaming channel. I got my vlog channel. I'm going to make. Oh, make sure you check out my animated comic book series, The Legends of Chaos. I'm getting ready to work on season 2 with the Maverick here soon.
That's gonna be a lot of
and
fun.
then I'm getting ready to upload all my videos that I had on my one channel onto another channel, so that'll be coming soon. And then I'm also on Twitch as well, so I'll let you guys know when I'm doing that. So make sure it's live. You like stream live video games.
Okay.
Yeah. So make sure you check all those out, guys. This has been your boy Boss Golf
and your boy the Maverick Mark Daniels, and our special guest, the beautiful, the classy
Death Metal
Dorothy. We're not in Kansas anymore.
In my best.
You coming back?
In my
Metal Dorothy?
Of course.
She's coming back.
She had fun.
She won't admit it. But that's my best Slipknot impersonation.
It's good.
But we're out of this thing, guys. Y'all already know what it is. I'll catch y'all on flip one.
Peace. Flippity dippity. Peace.
So majestic, so lovely, and nice things. Hello, my friends. You have 24 hours to return all these pieces to me, or I shall gut this rabbit like a swine. And I'm not kidding. I'll butter him up, and then I'll slice him open like buttermilk biscuits. This is your final warning. This knife has a mind of its own. I know when you sleep. Tell Mama I said hi. Hey, hello.